evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Mickey is here, but he's just done what magicians do and disappeared, but he shall return. Do not fear, he is around. He's just sorting out his camera. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Obviously tonight, Dare is to Debate. I'm joined by the lovely Mia and Elly. Mia, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Getting into the festive spirit, really. I'm enjoying it, enjoying relaxing with the kids, watching a bit of TV, a bit of Christmas movies.
Yes, that's what it's all about. And Elly, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm here because Micky Hazard is on, our hero. What a man and what a player. Brilliant.
I know. We was actually chatting to him just now behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and we started getting into a conversation. I sort of said, "Oh, we better start," or we would have just carried on chatting. And as I speak, I believe he's back, and here he is, the man himself, Mr. Micky Hazard. Welcome
Sorry,
to the
I
show,
got cut
Micky.
off.
That's all right.
Thank
We'll
you,
let you
guys.
off.
No, thank you. Really appreciate it. Nice to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you on. An absolute honour to have you on. Everybody's been so excited, obviously, to have you back on the channel and also on Mia's channel, Spurs Between the Lines. Both links are pinned in each other's chat. So, Micky, what we wanted to do really is just go through, just sort of everything that's gone on this season so far, the recent game, and have a chat about what your predictions are, and also just some festive questions as well.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely
nothing
fine.
too strenuous, I promise.
Don't worry. I'm sure I'll survive.
Yeah. I'm sure you will. Got lots of nice comments in the chat. Elly, who is sitting below me, says, "Big up, Micky. Thanks so much for coming on our show. A true legend. We're honoured to have you on." My husband Jim, as you know, Micky, says, "Welcome to the absolute legend that is Micky Hazard, Mr. Spurs himself."
Where is he? Where is he?
He's downstairs watching, and he said to me, he was on a show today, Micky, and he was asked if he could have anyone at a dinner party, alive or dead, which sportsman, and he chose you.
Really?
He did. So there you go.
What an honour! What an honour!
High praise indeed. Can I say?
Well, let's hope I put on a show for him, eh?
Ash is looking forward to this. She said, and Lee and Drula are in the house so far. Micky, I just wanted to ask you what you thought of obviously the game at the game on Friday, the Tottenham 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Neil, sorry.
Well, it's a difficult game to judge because obviously we went down to 10 men. We were far superior in every department to those, and rightly so. We should be. We were worthy leaders. The problem that I have with the overall picture of the game is that, and it's happened, it's almost sort of crashed our season in many ways, in that it happened in the Chelsea game, and I always say that, it's keep your head while all around them are losing theirs. But it feels like we're leading games and we're in complete control of the game. And then all of a sudden, from one stupid act of stupidity, we lose the momentum, we lose the ascendancy, and we give the other team a lift. And even a team like Nottingham Forest are capable in the Premier League of coming back at you. I wish that we would just stop that, because, in my opinion, no, I'm not biased. In my opinion, we are the best team, or certainly the best footballing team in the Premier League, without any shadow of a doubt. I think that what Ange has done in the short space of time he's been here has been incredible. But he's almost reinvented the wheel. I mean, he's doing things that I've not seen done before. And remember, I've been in the game at some level for 40 odd years. I've never seen inverted fullbacks coming in and almost playing in centre midfield, for instance. Fullbacks, a left fullback scoring from across from the left side of the pitch, which is his side where he would normally be crossing it. So some of the things that have been going on has been incredible to see. And when we do get control of our emotions, particularly when we're leading, then I think this team is going to go on and achieve great things. And certainly when he makes one or two additions, so that when we get these injury spells and these suspension spells, they don't cost us too much. We went 5 games without a win 4 of them defeats. And you look at that and you think, well, in every game we sort of controlled the game, dominated the play, got ourselves in front, and due to inexperience, whatever, because we are a young side, it cost us the points. We should be sitting top of the league. That's how good we've been this season.
Wow, high praise. Mia, what do you think about what Micky said there?
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think that in some occasions we just kind of lose our head a little bit, and I don't know if there is a deep down discipline problem, or is it because we're just a young team, which it does come with a young team, is that inexperience, right? But overall, yeah, I think when we've got our fit 11, I think we're a really fantastic team, and especially with the midfield, the options that we've got to be able to mix it up, and even with the wingers, if we've got our wingers fit, we can easily mix up what we do, and it'd be really hard for people to play against us because they won't know who they're marking. And Postecoglou likes that; he likes to have utility players. So I think, yeah, we've got a bright future. Once we kick into gear, I feel like this is the most exciting team that I've seen in a long, long time. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, what about you, Elly?
Yeah, I agree. I think we're totally bombarding the opposition early doors. In the first 20, 25 minutes, we get hold of the game. And like Micky said, sometimes we lose our head and we lose momentum. And then, especially in the Chelsea game, it was horrendous what happened there. But since then, I think we confuse teams as well with the way we play, because it's an innovative style of play, and it stands out, and it's really effective as well, because like we create so many chances. If we could finish our dinner a few more times, we'd be battering teams, literally battering them. But we're letting them off the hook as well. Sometimes, especially against that Villa match at White Hart Lane, I was there. And like when Benny was on, we were sublime. Absolutely brilliant. Porro was brilliant. Gio was stepping up as well. And we were dominating the play. And then suddenly we got offside quite a few times. I think it was 4 or 5 times we got caught off. So, yeah, we can move on from here, right? Because we've had 2 wins on the bounce. And it's looking positive, even with so many players out, and now we're going to lose Basuma as well because he silly got sent off. So we've got to recover now. But we've got players in midfield who can come in and do a job for us, especially my man Højbjerg. So I'm going to put a good word in for him, because these 2 up here, Micky, they don't like him, and I absolutely adore him. I think
it's not
fabulous.
Do you know what? I think you don't like him is sort of trying to say him, like, if you don't like him. It's not that. I just don't think he's suitable for the way that we play. I think that's the difference. It's not because I don't like him. I just don't think he's suitable.
I think he's good enough to come off the bench, because when he started, he hasn't really impressed me, and I'm his biggest fan. Right, but moving on from Højbjerg, because I don't want to go on about him. The whole team in general are playing very well.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's Micky's view on Højbjerg?
Yeah, let's hear what
interesting.
Well, number one, first of all, you have to look at the competition for places that he's up against. He's got Bentancur, he's got Bazuma, he's got Maddison. He's now got Kulu, who's coming into the centre and looking very, very good. He's got Saw. He's up against some stiff opposition who, unluckily for him, they've been given first choice and they've grabbed it with both hands. So you wouldn't want to play without Saw, without Maddison. Bazuma needs to calm down, but at the start of the season he was playing fantastic. So he has to bide his time and wait for his opportunities, and then when they come along, grab them. But he's a good enough player, and certainly you touched on the fact that coming off the bench, he's did a great job calming the team down with his experience, etc. But is he going to be a regular in the team? I don't think so. I think the battle's going to be between Bentancur, Bazuma, Saw, and Maddison. That's going to be the battle for 3 places. Who they're going to choose? Well, I think Bentancur or Bazuma will be the ultimate battle. I think Saw is a fantastic footballer, and he's got legs to energy to burn, and he's very good on the ball. And we look a better side when he's there. And Maddison, I mean, I don't think any one player has made such an impact as Maddison made. He got everybody else believing. He got everybody else thinking they can create in the way Maddison does. And that's the art of a very good player, is he's able to make the rest believe more in themselves because he's showing them the way. So I think Maddison's a cert to play. And I think the real battle will be between Bentancur and Bazuma.
Micky,
How about?
sorry, go on, Mia.
Sorry. Yeah, I was about to say, what's your thoughts then, Micky, about Kulu then? Because I think Kulu is a lot better. Oh, there we go. In the middle, so...
No, I've been very... In all honesty, I didn't believe that he could be a centre midfield player. I really didn't. Not knowing that he played there a lot of the time, but I think he's been a revelation in there. Creating goals, scoring goals. I think he's looked brilliant in there. But if you're going to choose your best side, and I'm a great believer in putting all your best players on the pitch. For instance, I would have Kulu on the pitch. I would have Maddison on the pitch. I'd have Son on the pitch. I'd have Bentancur on the pitch. I'd have Bazuma on the pitch. Or, sorry, maybe not Bazuma to teach him a lesson, but Saw. So I would go with a midfield three of Bentancur, Bazuma, and Saw when everyone's fit. And then I'd have Maddison, Son, and Kulu. Because I'm a great believer in picking your best 11 players and fitting them into the system, and give Maddison that sort of free role. Start them on the left like Dele Alli and Ericsson used to do, but they had the freedom to wander in field and play and get on the ball wherever they could. And again, Ange likes to create overloads in the centre of the park by his fullbacks coming out, but by your left-sided player, Maddison, being free to tuck in and be almost a centre midfielder, number 10 behind. It would give us even more overload. So I would have them all on the pitch and let the others fight for their places. But them six for me would be in my starting 11.
Well, what I will say is that because we play such high intensity, the one positive about that is that we've got the ability to change the team. So when they they're a bit leggy, at least we have got those options. You know, we can actually change it because we think we can bring on Brennan Johnson. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the one good thing that we have got with the team that we've got.
Yeah.
And also, it's a great point, but also the added bonus of having these players means that when you look at our bench, as you've just touched on, Johnson's been excellent in the game before last against Newcastle. He was absolutely brilliant when he played down the right. So that gives us options. It means we can move Kulu in midfield. If we've got injury, we can play Johnson down the right. But what it does do is it makes our bench stronger. It makes the players out on the pitch after work harder, fight harder, play better to stay in the team, because the people behind are really, really good players, and they will fight harder, work harder, and try to play better when given the opportunity to get their place. So it adds competition, and that's maybe something in the past that the first 11 have always been the first 11 because the competition from the bench wasn't good enough. But now that competition on the bench is starting to grow, and we're going to have very, very good players on the bench fighting for their place, which in turn keeps the ones in the team on their toes because they don't want to lose their place. So it's a knock-on effect that will benefit all concerned.
True.
Yeah, I agree. Mia, I'll hand you over to this one.
So Ange's overall impact on Tottenham. Obviously, I feel like he's come in and been like an absolute whirlwind. He's been an absolute whirlwind, has come in and completely changed things. But what's your thoughts, Micky?
I think what Ange's achieved in sort of 4 to 5 months is nothing short of phenomenal. You know, when you consider where we were as a team and the toxicity within the surroundings of the football club, we weren't in a great place. And given expectations had dropped to a very low level, so he came in at a time where he only had to do okay and the expectations would rise. But what he's done is he's took not just Tottenham by storm and played a a style of football that's synonymous with this football club. You know, throughout history, our best teams have always played winning football, attacking football, open, flair, creative, stylish football. And if you read comments of great manager like Bill Nick and captains like Danny Blanchflower, and the games about the glory, or we at Tottenham, these quotes from great people in our past, they all refer to one thing, that we at Tottenham, we do things with style, we do things with class and quality, and it's in our history, it's in our philosophies, it's in our style. And what he's done is he's adopted every style that that this football club is renowned for, and then he's added some of his own things. And that, for me, is what every manager should do. They should adopt the philosophies of the football club that he's manager of, play to those philosophies, but then add some of his own, which is what Ange has done. And I have to say, it's one of the most exciting periods of football that I've ever watched. When Conte or Mourinho, and this is not a slur on them, it's just that's how they preach the game. They came in and they wanted to implement their style, their philosophies on our football club, while totally ignoring the history and the philosophies of our club. And it was boring and dull. So I used to wake up on a match day sort of not looking forward. I'm never going to get bored of going because it's my club, but I would be sort of thinking, oh, please let us play attacking football today. Let's go to win. Let's not sit and wait for the opposition to make a mistake to get a goal. Let's force mistakes on them. And I was bored. Now I wake up on a match day and I'm like, I can't wait to get in. I can't wait for kickoff. I can't wait to see the team playing, because it's a wonderful, wonderful style of football. And this is how football should be played, not just by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club and not coached just by Ange, but it should be by every football club, because this is what we as fans, we want to watch. We want to watch teams attacking, teams playing with flair and creativity and scoring goals and entertaining and exciting. I'm on the edge of my seat. The Newcastle game, I mean, we really could have won 10. We're playing a top 5-6 team, and we could have won 10. We were that good. But it wasn't just the fact that we could have scored 10 goals. It was the quality of the play that led to the chances that we created. It was just wonderful. So his impact on the football club has been absolutely immense. And I would go as far as to say that it's probably as big an impact as I've ever seen any manager have.
And what about you, Kate?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know. Have you actually met Ange to sort of talk to, Mickey? Have you spoken to him?
I haven't as yet, but he keeps asking. I need to meet Micky Hazard.
Of course. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
Come on, Ange.
I need to learn something off Mickey. Can you give him a call for me, please? In fact, I've got to tell you, he coaches and preaches the game exactly how I see the game being played. So for me, he's a revelation, and all he had to do was come in and preach the style that I was brought up on, teach the style that I play to, and teach the style that as a football club we've played to throughout our history. That's what he's done. So he's got my vote every single time.
I think what it is with Ange, when he talks, you kind of feel like he's a fan of the club, because he gets the club and he gets the fans. Even when we were sitting top of the league, he was like, if they want to dream, let them dream. He doesn't beat about the bush, does he? He just says it how it is. And I just adore him. And I think, like you say, the impact he's made on our club in such a short time is unbelievable, really.
Well, his words of wisdom are second to none. I mean, at times he comes out with exactly what you're thinking. When we've won, like you said, let them enjoy it. That was an unbelievably good quote. When we win 4-1, listen, I wasn't totally happy with that. We need to be better. And then the one the other day absolutely filled me with hope and joy when I heard him say, when the commentator said to him, what about if we get 5 places in the Champions League? Do you feel you can get? Well, hang on, I'm not aiming for 5th. I'm aiming for the title. Incredible quotes. That's what we as fans, we want to hear that. I don't want to hear, we can finish 4th, we can finish 5th or 6th. Well, I want to hear someone say, no, I want to win the league. Why not? Exactly. Why not? We're playing unbelievable football. Why can we not? Every team starts off with 11 men. Every team has to win enough games to win the league. We're playing fantastic football. right up there with the very best. In fact, as I touched on earlier, I think this season we've been the most exciting, best team playing the best football. Unfortunately, got those spate of suspensions and injuries, which have cost us being top now.
Yeah.
Joe, one of the quotes I love is the one where he said, "Well, I don't do ceilings, mate." I'm like, yes, that's what I love. I was like, we don't do ceilings, we don't do walls or ceilings. Like, he just wants to reach for the stars, and I absolutely love that. And
Why
what
not?
about you, Elly? So go on.
Yeah. He's just got tremendous wit. I love him. When he does his pressers, it's like you're at a comedy show sometimes because he's so funny and he's quick-witted, and he puts people, when somebody's being a bit smart and a bit arsey to him, he puts them down. I love it.
He does.
Yeah, I love it. And like he's just got an aura about him, you know, and he's a winner. He's come with a fantastic CV. I don't care whether it's in Scotland, Australia. When you're a winner, right? And he's brought all that philosophy to a team that wasn't winning, and he's getting the right mentality. He's just got to sort out a little bit of the ill discipline on the conscience. Yeah, but he'll nip that in the bud.
I think
he will.
it's really important to remember that our motto is to dare is to do.
That's right.
Now, I'm sure there's many interpretations of that. And sometimes I choose and I say to dare is to dream. You know, why can't we dream?
Yeah.
To dare is to do stands for, listen, to be able to achieve and do, you have to dream that you can do. You know, I dreamt when I was a little boy of being a professional footballer. To dare is to dream, to dare is to do. And if you dream it, you're more likely to do it, you know. And sometimes if you speak with great psychologists, back in the 80s when we were flying, we got psychologists in, and they used to say, look, and if you speak with golf pros now, they visualize the shot before they hit the shot. So they're dreaming the shot before they hit it, so that when they do hit it, it becomes a reality. All dreams can become reality if you believe in them enough. Like when I was a little boy, I dreamt that I wanted to be a footballer, and that's all I dreamt of. I achieved it. So my dreams do come true. And my message is why can we not win the league? Why can we not? We are playing wonderful. So let's dream. Let's let go. Let's dream. To dare is to dream.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Mickey? We've got a section of the fan base, my husband included, Jim. Hotspur hippies in the chat. We've got Kuva, we've got Bobby. Ever since the first game, they've all been saying, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. And I can just hear them all now cheering, listening to your speech that you just gave. I can hear them. Jim's downstairs going, go on, Mickey. I can hear it. And why not?
Why not?
Know, if that's what, like you say, we've got a dream, and we're well overdue some success at the football club. Let's be fair.
Yeah,
I love Bobby. Straight away.
I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if I'm expecting us to win the FA Cup this season. I'm expecting us to be in with a shout for the league if we can maintain the form that we're in. Yeah. Yes, the 4 games that we lost consecutively, haven't played really well in them as well, was a setback. But we've responded. We've won 2. I'll be shocked if within 2 years we're not right at the very top challenging for that title, because this guy is inspirational. He inspires, and the players, you can see the smiles on their faces. They want to play for this guy. They want to die for this guy because he inspires them. He inspires me. I mean, I'm ready to make a comeback whenever he calls me. Please, Ange, please.
I'm ready to make my debut at my age for him. I'll do anything for Ange, I swear. I'm like, okay, Ange,
you're in on the 23rd. You're picked.
Yeah,
excellent.
You've got to credit me with the first goal. You've got to say it's for me.
No worries. I'll do that 100%, Mickey. No problem.
I played in your position as well for Spurs ladies, Mickey. So
did you? So it was you who took my position, eh?
Yeah. Didn't the Spurs ladies have a great win against the Arsenal
Incredible win. I mean, they created history, number one. But I mean, I've watched the goal about 40, 50 times. It started with our goalkeeper, the centre back, the centre midfielder comes off into that space, which is Ange ball. Keeper rolls it into her. She receives the ball, left-footed, spreads it out wide. First time pass round the corner. Into the centre forward spreads it out wide to the right then midfielder then plays it into the wide right, attacks the left back, and the centre back draws the centre back to him, rolls it in midfield, bang, it's in the back of the net. I mean, that's Ange ball. That is Ange ball. And it wouldn't
with Levy as well.
Honestly, it was amazing football of the highest order, and I guarantee you that if our first team or Manchester City or Liverpool had scored that goal from where it began, would be saying, oh, wow, I'm going to be talking about this goal forevermore. But the ladies scored it, and it was incredible. But it was made even better because of the history surrounding, obviously, the game between Arsenal, it's our local rivals, NLD. To score a game in such a goal like that in a massive game like that was incredible goal.
I was so proud of them, Mickey, and I posted it everywhere. Everybody seen it in our community.
She did.
I'll make sure.
I've got Kem here. She said that she met you at the Christmas fair at Tottenham the other day. She said, love chatting to you and Clive. Because she came in and she said, I spoke to Mickey and he spoke highly of you and Jim. I said, oh, that's nice.
There you go.
And she said she was
that's because I paid her to say that.
I knew it.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Also, Hotspur Hippie is one of the guys that's been saying he wanted Ange Postecoglou for about 2 years. And he said that you came on as a sub in the last game that he saw at White Hart Lane. So glad you came home. He lives in Australia.
Yeah.
So,
which game was that?
Which game was that, Paul? Let us know which one it was. Question for Mickey: who would you want to play alongside in the current squad? What player suited your style the most?
Wow, great question. I was somebody who I needed to be on the ball all of the time. So number one, I would pick my position whereby I was 5 yards from the right fullback, or I had to move 5 yards to the right towards the right fullback to be 5 yards away from him. I had to move 5 yards to get to Romero, 5 yards to get to Van de Ven, 5 yards to get to Undougie. So I would always be in the centre of the park, 5 yards away from the right midfielder, 5 yards away. So as long as I was 5 yards away from wherever the ball was, I was very happy, because it meant that I was going to get on the ball a hell of a lot. I have to be honest, I love some of our players are incredible. I think Porro and Undougie are going to be two of the best fullbacks this club's ever had. They're going to grow into that, and they're going to be incredible. I think at the minute the two of the best fullbacks in the Premier League. I think Micky Van de Ven is just wow. He's been an unbelievable signing. I love Romero. I'd love to play with Romero because he just feed the ball into me all day long. I think he's a world beater, and I think when he gets full control of his emotions, I think he's going to be the best defender in the league. Simple as that. He's a wonderful footballer. So I would probably choose Romero, although Maddison would maybe have got in my way because I was similar to him. So much better, of course. But I played the game very similarly to Maddison. So maybe having him in the side would sort of cost me off the ball that I need, the way Glenn Hoddle did. And then, Saw could do all my running. That would be nice to have someone to sort of carry me when the opposition had the ball. And obviously our front guys, Sonny running in behind, looking to get on the end of my passes. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably choose Romero, because his passing from the back is exceptional. He passes it at the perfect weight, at the perfect side, away from where the defenders can get at it. And as a midfielder, there's nothing you want more than to know that this pass is coming in. They're virtually telling me what I need to do. I can turn, I can take it to the right, I can take it to the left, because it's so weighted perfectly. Absolutely brilliant player.
Mia's face is lit up like a Christmas tree because Romero's her favourite.
He's my favourite, and he wears my lucky number as well,
really
Micky. 17.
17.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, so he wears my number too.
Well, my lucky number's 23
Okay, like Ericsson's
because I've
number.
been divorced twice after 23 years. Just a joke.
Jim's been divorced twice, don't worry, but he's third time lucky with me. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's
So
right.
you've got that in common
Yeah.
as well.
He's a lucky man. Tell him he's punching above his weight.
He knows that.
He knows.
Sorry, Jim.
Yeah.
Hotspur Hippie said it was 1994. Spurs won, QPR won.
Oh, that's my husband's team.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember it well. I came off the bench with about 20 minutes to go. I'd missed the midweek game against up at Oldham, I think, which won to keep us in the Premier League under Ozzy. And I hadn't travelled up to that game for injury. I can't remember what it was. And then obviously came on in the last 20 minutes. So Ozzy asked me to be sub that day. He said, because if things go wrong, we'll bring you on and you can turn the game.
Oh, wicked.
But I didn't need to. We were secure anyway.
Talk of the devil, Jim says, I'm convinced 100% we will win the league under Ange and cups, and nothing will change my mind. Ange is a winner and you're a top legend. Come on, you Spurs.
Yes.
Well said, Jim. That's exactly what I would have said, Jim, except the top legend. I would have said the rest of it about Ange. I think I'm really hopeful that he's going to take us playing this style, playing to the greatest traditions of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. I can honestly see him winning us the league and trophies. He's that good.
Yeah. And he comes in with another super chat. He says, question for Micky. How do you think the transfer window will go and how many do you think we're getting and who would you buy? Wow.
I wouldn't be able to name who I would buy. What I would be able to name is where I would buy. And that would have been different a couple of weeks ago when I was on your show, because I think Ben Davies has came in and been absolutely unbelievable. I think he's been outstanding. I think he's proved that. I always say you need 3 or 4 top class centre backs, and I think Ben Davies has played absolutely brilliant. So he's proved that he's good enough to cover for Van der Ven, if that's who Ange prefers. So I'm not sure we need to sign a centre back. I would sign a top notch centre forward. Which would give us even more options up top. We could move Son out to the left, and if we look at Newcastle, for instance, Son ripped them apart playing in what was his natural position, left mid, and he ripped them up to shreds. He created 2 goals, scored 1. He was absolutely brilliant. Whereas sometimes with his back to goal, I don't think he's as effective as when he's running in behind defences, with and without the ball. So yeah, I would sign a top-class centre-forward. I wouldn't sign any midfielders. I don't think we need to. I think we've got Benton, Kerr, Bazuma, Saw, and Matters. Then you've got, just behind them, you've got Skip and Lo Celso. So we're very strong in the centre midfield area. Johnson can cover us down the right or the left. We've also got Solomon to come back. So we've got lots of cover, but centre forward, we've got Richarlison who's come to the fore, but one more top, and I'm talking top notch. If we get a top notch centre forward in, we could win the league even this season.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got another question here. Did you, in your playing days, this is Bobby from the 3 Spurs boys, you remember you did the stream with his 2 sons?
Yeah, remember them well. Yeah.
He said, well,
Hi guys.
What was your favourite away ground to play at?
Oddly enough, it was a game that we never won much. I remember not winning there for 72 years, and then was part of the goal that eventually won us there at Anfield. I think it wasn't so much to do, the atmosphere was always electric. It wasn't so much to do with the pitch. It wasn't so much to do with the fans. I think it was, I loved walking out the tunnel, and just above the entrance to the tunnel was, "This is Anfield." It sort of felt, remember at that time they were the champions of Europe. They were winning the European Cup most years. They were a brilliant team, brilliant players. So when I was walking out as a young kid playing there, it felt special. obviously no stadium will ever mean what playing at White Hart Lane or the new stadium means to me. When I walked at White Hart Lane into Glory Glory, it was like I was in heaven. You know, I wish every football fan that's followed their clubs could walk out and do what I did. You know, when you walk down the tunnel onto the pitch and Glory Glory's playing, I think you get goosebumps over every inch of your body. And it's enough to inspire and motivate you. So nothing would ever replace walking out at White Hart Lane. But Anfield was second best.
Yeah. Ellie, do you want to take the next one? If I can find it. Disorganised chaos.
I was going to say, not QPR's ground then.
Remember, I played on that when they introduced that really rock solid AstroTurf.
Yeah, the AstroTurf. Because my husband's a big QPR fan, so I thought I'd get that one in.
Yeah, no, never worried about QPR.
No.
I'll let you take this one, Ellie.
Everton prediction, right?
Yeah.
You know what? It's going to be a very tough match because they've hit a really good patch and they started scoring. So I think we're still going to win it, though. I think we'll win it 3-2. I think because they're very good at set pieces and corners. And I was watching the commentary the other day about how effective they are at heading the ball in because they've got some big fellas up there. So we've got to be on our best jumping form as well to get the ball out. But I think we've got enough to beat them. Maybe 3-1, 3-2, I think is a fair score. Because I think we've got too many minerals in midfield. Even without Basuma, we've still got players that can make us tick and open them up. And last season, we beat them 2-0 quite comfortably with a low block team. We were playing defensively. Yeah, so I think we've got enough to beat them easily.
What do you think, Mickey? Are you in agreement?
I think that everything that we've said so far on this programme sort of playing against Everton, sort of what we've said so far suggests that if we don't beat Everton, then we shouldn't be talking about in the glowing terms that we are. Everton are they're a workman-like side who fight and scrap and kick and bollock and bite. And of course, they're good at set pieces, etc. But in terms of quality and the style that's being played, we are streets ahead of them. And I'm not wanting to tempt fate here by putting the mockers on us, but I just think that we need to be beating this type of team, particularly at our stadium. If we don't beat this type of team, then we shouldn't be considering ourselves title challengers. But that's not denying it's going to be a very, very difficult game because the workmanlike, the fight, they scrap, they'll kick, they'll do everything that they need to do to get a result. But I just think we'll have too much ammunition for them, too much quality. And I think if we play the way we're capable of, it could be quite a big score.
Yeah.
Wow. I've gone a bit more conservative. I said 2-1 because I think that they've got this attitude at the minute, Everton, where it's us against the world because they've had that 10 points deduction. So
I think they've almost nearly got them back.
I know they've been amazing since then. But so I'm going 2-1. Mia, what do you think about Everton?
Yeah, I think that it is going to be tough, especially if we do have to put Højbjerg in the middle because, like we've said, playing from the start, he doesn't offer what we know what Basuma can or Bentancur can. You know, like he hasn't got that about him. So that's going to be a bit of concern. They are good with set pieces. I think it's going to be quite a tough game, but I think we can definitely win it. I think we're going to win it 2-1. I think that we're going to tough it out. And win the game. But I do think it's not going to be as easy as maybe what people think. I think they're going to put up a good fight, to say the least.
Yeah, I can see that. I've got this question from Bobby K. It says, Mickey, we forgive you for getting the Kit Kat question wrong, which you wasn't. You was right. So the follow-up redemption question is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Right. Oh my God.
This is we've gone back and forth about this.
Oh my God. It's about 1,000 messages of it.
It's hard to believe that could be classed as a Christmas movie. I mean, it might have been made at Christmas, might have been released at Christmas,
No, it
but
was released
you
in
know,
the summer.
It was released
It was
in
released
July.
summer.
if you consider that a Christmas is a time for giving, it's a time for kindness, a time for caring, it's a time for others to put other people ahead of their own desires and needs, and help people far less fortunate than yourself, then I wouldn't. Having said that, he was helping a lot of people, wasn't he? But no, I wouldn't consider it a Christmas movie.
Yes, Mickey.
Given everything that
Mickey.
Christmas stands for, no.
Yes.
Good. That's
I
the
love
right
it.
answer.
That is the
That's
correct
the correct
answer. I've been
answer.
fighting my corner, Mickey, so hard that I've even converted Kate, who was on the fence, that she's
I
now
was
on
on the
my
fence.
team for it. I said, no, it cannot be a Christmas movie because it's got to be a baseball. Everything we love about Christmas, which is warm and fuzzy, and things about Santa and elves and things that make you happy. You can't have it about what that's about. Sorry.
It's important to remember, first of all, the real meaning of Christmas, which I'm sure we all know. But secondly, that in each and every single one of us, you know, when people ask the question, is there a Santa? Absolutely, there's a Santa. He's in each and every one of us. Each and every one of us are Santa's elves. We're the ones that actually go out there, and we're the ones that make other people happy by the gifts that we bring them, the presents that we put under the Christmas tree for whoever we're giving them to. But it's also to remember to not just give to your own and not just give to people you care about, but give to people who you don't even know, because we don't know what their situations are. And do they have friends? Do they have family? Are they living alone? Are they lonely? Are they hungry? It's important to remember that Christmas is a time for giving, and we give. And it's far better to leave a legacy of being kind to other people and being remembered for that, rather than being remembered because you won some UEFA Cups or FA Cups. So it could never be classed as a Christmas movie.
Yes.
You know what? A small act of kindness can mean so much to somebody. Like, even if you do something small, you don't realise what that could actually mean to somebody. And the true meaning of it is that you don't want credit for that thing. You just want to do it because you truly want to make that person happy. Because to me, making somebody else is happy is just such a lovely feeling. You know, I just absolutely love
fantastic
that.
point. What a fantastic point. I love that. I love that. What a saying when you say, you know, to make someone happy, it actually makes yourself happy too. Because you get double bubble. You feel their happiness, and then you feel your own happiness. It's such a magical time of the year as far as I'm concerned. In fact, my grandchildren hate it because at 4:30 on Christmas morning, I'm sitting outside their house, knocking on their windows, waiting for them to wake them up because my excitement overflows.
You sound like Jim. That's what Jim's like. 4 o'clock in the morning, he woke me up last year for presents. I told him to go back to sleep.
To be totally honest with you, I like to wake up early anyway, because I might just see Santa Claus on his sleigh finishing his round.
That's right.
I think Ange is actually Santa Claus, but don't tell anyone. That's what I
think. If he wins us a league this year, I'll be more than happy to call him Santa Claus forevermore.
Yeah, Mickey, we've got somebody in our community called Leo from Mile High Hotspur, and he's been doing volunteering work in America where he lives. And he's fabulous, and he's got this massive board where he's helped so many people, and we want to give him a big shout out because he's a fabulous lad, and he's coming over in April to go to his first ever Spurs match.
He's going to the North London Derby.
Well, let me know when he's coming, and I'll organise a surprise for him.
Oh, bless you, Mickey.
Oh my God, he'll be over the moon.
He's just they did a newspaper article on him because he's helped so many people. He's the nicest, kindest guy. He's gone. But yeah, big up Leo. We're bigging Leo up, and he's not here. What a shame, but he can watch it on playback. But yeah, that was good, Elly. I never thought
he'll come in now. He'll hear it. He'll hear about it. Yeah. What a lovely lad,
nice.
Leo is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
what a nice man.
That's lovely.
That's what Christmas should be about,
Yeah.
right? That's, to me, that's what it should be about.
Yeah,
Like,
not
okay,
about
like I do
cheating.
miss. Don't get me wrong. I miss the little things that I did for my boys when they were little, putting the snow on the presents, making them like think Father Christmas come. Like, it's so exciting for them. But really, the true meaning, like I say, is to do something nice for other people, because I think it's so important that we miss that. Like, just like I say, little things that you can do. Like, if you go and buying a coffee and you say, "Oh, I'll get that person's coffee," and imagine what it makes their day. Just buying a couple of pounds of coffee, like a coffee for a couple of pounds, it means a lot to somebody, and it can make. Then they're going to go and tell someone else, and they say one act of kindness triggers another. So you don't know your act of kindness.
Sorry, guys.
Somebody else's.
That's all right. Was that Prosper Coglu on the phone again?
No, it was Santa Claus asking me for some help.
I can teach you some Greek, Mickey, if you want. You can speak to him in Greek.
Yeah, I can teach you.
Wow, it's quite amazing, because I've been with my long-term partner, but my partner was a Cypriot, so I should have learnt some Greek.
These two, they're both Cypriot.
We're both Cypriot, so yeah, you should have learned.
I can't think of one word though.
I only know Vilos, and that means Willie. That's the only thing I know.
We know all the rude words. When I was little, Mickey, I went to Cyprus to see my cousins. We taught them all the swear words in English, and they taught us all the swear words in Greek.
Right.
What is it? Numna? Or Numa, grandma, or auntie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's the only word I learnt. 23 years and I learnt yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was great. I was brilliant at school, honestly. My mind was so receptive.
Jim says, did you actually know that Mia is actually one of Santa's elves? Because little Mia up there, she's very small. So Jim,
I'm only like 4'11".
Yeah, she's Diddy.
That's good. Like I said to you all, we're all Santa's elves. Without us, Santa couldn't function. We all play our part in making the legend of Santa live on, because without us, he couldn't deliver all the presents.
Exactly that. Mia, I'll let you ask this one, because one of your questions from your 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
I did 12 Days of Christmas, Mickey, and I got to ask some people some questions, and I thought this one I can pose to you. If you didn't support Spurs, who would you have supported?
Oh, that's easy.
Sunderland.
Tottenham.
Should have known.
Listen, it's easy to fall into the trap of supporting your hometown. That's very easy to do. So, I mean, if I wasn't a footballer, so I hadn't played for anybody, then I probably would have supported my hometown as Sunderland. But unfortunately, for them, I joined Spurs at the age of 11. Signed schoolboy forms at 14 and then apprenticeship forms at 16. So there was only ever going to be one club, because it sort of, if you join someone at the age of 11, you break through into their first team, you win FA Cups and UEFA Cups. It's sort of, there's not much chance of you supporting anybody else. Whereas if I'd never been a footballer, I probably would have just stuck with my hometown Sunderland. Although I was a football lover, I loved the great Leeds United team of the 70s, with Alan Cork and Billy Bremner, Johnny Giles. They played fantastic football and stood for everything that I believed in the way the game should be played.
Yeah.
But definitely Tottenham.
Me and Mia are both from the same area, so we both used to go to Charlton quite a lot. But
so you're the two. Every time I watch Charlton play, I always wondered who those two fans were in the stand.
But I think we made the right choice. I was already a Spurs fan by then anyway, but I think they were probably them or Welling, but Welling are just
Welling United, that little tiny ground. Oh my goodness, that's funny.
That's where we used to live. Jim used to have a snooker hole in Welling, actually, many moons ago.
Did he?
He did,
I like a game of snooker.
Yeah, Jim does.
Let me ask you a question, right? I like a game of snooker. knowing me, how I played the game, football, knowing how I preached the game, and knowing how I see the game and how I like it to be played, who would you say is my favourite snooker player?
Ah, right.
Ooh.
Jimmy White.
He was once upon a time.
Yeah. What current? So who's your current favourite?
Ronnie
It
Sullivan.
can only be Ronnie O'Sullivan. He plays with flair, creativity. If he was at Spurs, he'd be a creative midfielder.
Got it.
Yeah, we love Ronnie.
Yeah.
Because he's
I love Ronnie.
snooker player. And a really
Brilliant
he's
snooker.
a really good soul as well, what he's gone through in his life, and he's come out the other
Yes,
side.
no, he's had some ups and downs, and I genuinely believe that while he's the greatest that's ever played snooker, I think if he hadn't had the ups and downs that he had, he would have achieved a lot more as well.
Yeah.
Jim, that's right. Jim Snooker Club used to sponsor Welling, and we had Jimmy White up there a couple of times, and I actually saw him do a 147 live, and it took him about 10 minutes. Yeah, it was amazing. He was so good.
Jimmy was a brilliant. It's incredibly tough.
Yeah, incredibly tough, don't they? They make it look easy.
Yeah, they do make it look easy, but everybody who's good at their sport makes it look easy.
I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good quote.
Yeah.
I think that if you look at Lionel Messi, Messi makes football look ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's very tough.
Yeah. I wouldn't even attempt it. I don't do running. It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
What have you asked Santa for this year, Mickey?
To be honest with you, I don't ask for anything from Santa. Sometimes I genuinely think it feels like I am bloody Santa.
I can imagine.
My grandkids and whatever. But no, I don't ask or I don't expect anything. It's a little bit unkind what I'm about to say. And I don't like being unkind, but I'm sort of at Christmas time, not just in Christmas time, but in my life, I'm a giver. So I find it hard to receive, which is slightly selfish. People say, how can you give all of the time and be selfish? But the bottom line is that I give because it makes me feel amazing. When I help someone, when I lift their spirits, do whatever I do, I feel amazing for it. But I shouldn't deprive other people of that same feeling. So I should take to allow them to experience what I feel when I give. But because I give, I tend not to enjoy receiving. I'd much rather be the giver than the receiver. So I haven't asked for anything. I'm certain someone will buy me something, and I'll appreciate it, but I'll feel guilty taking it because I didn't give it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm sure your grandkids have got lists like this long of things they'd like for Christmas. I bet you spoil them rotten.
Maybe you could get Oscar to give you his World Cup medal.
No. To be honest with you, I mean, he never mentions it.
No, he's so humble.
Not every minute of the day, anyway.
No.
No, but no,
I love him.
You know what? My grandchildren, I can tell you what I got them. Because I'm besotted with them, I must be honest. I can't lie. I'm totally besotted with them. And I've got 3 boys and a girl. And I got the 3 boys, all 3 of them, 3 Spurs kits, the white, the home, the away, and the third.
Nice.
I got them a navy blue tracksuit and the yellow sort of the brownie one with the yellow top.
Yeah,
that's lovely. That is.
I got them that, and then I got them a Spurs watch.
Oh,
I didn't get one thing that wasn't Spurs.
Oh, bless them. And what about for the little girl?
The little girl, we got these books that she's 18.
Oh wow! So
I know I look too young, but
far
I'm not.
too young, Mickey.
Yeah. So she's 19 in January. So I got her some books that she wanted, really top books. She's a very clever girl, and she's just unlucky. She's got a granddad like me, but she's very, very clever. So I got her all these books, and then I just give her money because she's going to university in September. So she's leaving us for a little while. So I thought rather than spend money on buying her clothes or things that maybe she didn't want, I gave her money, and she would put it in a bank account, and it would help while during her periods of university.
Yeah.
I've got two teenage boys, Mickey, and I find it really hard to buy them nowadays. It's always got to be just clothes, because what do you buy teenage boys? It's really difficult.
Now listen, the older the boys are, the older it gets. Like my 18-year-old granddaughter, it's honestly, I haven't got a clue what to buy her. Not a clue.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But that she was my first grandchild. And also somehow love each and every one of them exactly the same. But sometimes there's a bond with the first one, because I looked after her because my son and his wife needed to work. So I would have her twice a week. So I would share looking after her. So I would pick her up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'd drop her back at 6 o'clock at night, right through all through her young life. And one of my everlasting memories of my time spent with her was when we would go for a walk when she was like 4 or 5, just before she started school. We would go for these walks, and we'd walk and we'd walk and we'd walk, and then we'd find a seat, and we'd just sit on this little bench, and we'd just while away the hours watching life pass us by. It was absolutely amazing. But before we got there, I'd call into the garage, I'd get some crisps, get some chocolate, get some drinks, and we'd just sit on this bench whiling away the time. And it was some of the most amazing memories, and she'll always hold those memories. Will be with me in my heart forevermore, because she absolutely has me round her little finger. No, I mean it's absolutely obscene how much round her little finger I am. It's ridiculous.
Do you know what? That's a grandparents thing though, because my mum's exactly the same with my boys. She just they can when they go to her house, they don't just get food, they order the food they want. My mum asks them what dinner they want. And so she puts them whatever dinner and whatever dessert they want. I'm like, Mum, don't give me a bad name, because I'm the sort of parent that goes, you eat what you're given, otherwise you go hungry. But not them. They get a choice in what they want.
That's it.
No, absolutely. I mean, they listen, I don't mind admitting, they are my boss.
And they're your world as well, aren't they?
They are my world, in fairness. You know? Yeah, they are my world. I think that you're right. I think it's a grandparently love for their grandchildren. I think that when I was young as a little boy, I never realized I took my grandparents for granted, because I never realized just what a grandparent felt about you. You loved your mum and dad, and your grandparents you loved your grandparents, but now that I've got grandchildren, I think it's one of the guy up in the sky was an incredibly clever person, because what he did was, when he invented grandchildren, he gave us back our children, so we could share in our young children again, but we always got to give them back when they were being naughty. So he made life easy for us when we became grandparents, but we got a second chance to be a parent.
Yeah,
very true.
That's true. It is very true.
I never had, my dad wasn't around from the age 11, so my gramps was like my dad and my granddad. So when I lost him, I was like, what? I just never thought he'd ever not be there. Do you know what I mean? I thought he'd be there forever. So I get it. Grandparents are just the best.
So a quick funny story. I used to actually go to the pub apparently with my granddad. This one was only about 3, and I used to sit in the bar telling all the men that they shouldn't be smoking because it's bad for them. And I've never touched a cigarette in my life either. So I had that from when I was 3 years old. I used to be really bossy. I used to say to the men, you shouldn't smoke. I used to put my hands on my hips and say, it's really bad for you, you know. I don't know where it comes from, but
I tell you what, can I make you proud of me? Can I tell you something by making you really proud?
Yeah.
Okay. In my whole lifetime, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm pretty confident you know. In my whole lifetime, I've never smoked a cigarette.
Nice.
I've never taken a drug. and I've never touched alcohol. How's
Wow,
that for?
Wow, well
Yeah.
done.
that's
That's
incredible.
amazing.
I've
Yeah.
never drank alcohol in my whole life.
Not even a glass
Wow.
of wine or anything.
Nothing.
Wow.
That's not because if alcohol tasted like lemonade or Coke or Pepsi, I think I'd be alcoholic because I drink so much fizzy drinks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But alcohol just doesn't agree with my taste buds. I can't stand it. It's horrible. But people say you always act like you're pissed because
That's a good way to be.
life is my alcohol. I love life.
Yeah.
I love it to the full. So I always feel like I'm ready to make a quip, or I'm ready to tell a joke, or I'm ready to sing a song, because I don't need alcohol or drugs or a cigarette to put me on a high. I can get on a high just by waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
Nitrate says you're cleaner living than Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Having said that, I'm pretty confident he doesn't eat the food that I eat. I mean, if you say to
Early
me, look,
whirly.
he's a roast beef and spuds and vegetables,
Lovely.
or you can have the kebab and chips. It's kebab and chips all day long, or pie and chips, or fish and chips, or Indian, or anything that's not good for you. That's me.
So do you still like kind of try and keep fit to keep in shape?
No, I can't lie. I can't
At least
lie.
you're
I play
honest.
golf. I play golf. Golf keeps me fit. I'm very fit, but it's more of a natural fitness than the fact that I work at it. But I play golf, and sometimes I play 36 holes in a day, and I walk 36 holes,
Wow.
which is a lot of mileage. So you can't do that if you're not fit.
True.
So that's mainly the sport that I play nowadays is golf, but it is quite a demanding sport physically, because you're out on your feet walking around for sort of 4.5 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
But I love it.
if you ever go to the golf course near me, because I live by the beach, Mickey, I'll come and say hello, because it's right near where I walk my dog. There's the golf
Where do
course
you
just
live?
there. Near Sandwich, near where there's
Oh,
that
near
really
Sandwich,
nice golf
yeah.
course. Yeah, the golf
Yeah,
course there is
no.
really nice.
Yeah, no. Bit too windy for me, that one.
Yeah.
On a nice
When
day,
you-
it's okay. On a nice day, it's not too bad. You're right by the beach.
Yeah,
It's really
I'm
nice.
sure. But
we
I'm not a fanatical golfer that I will travel the world to play golf. I'm fanatical in the
No.
sense that as long as it's within half an hour of where I live, I can go and play.
Yeah.
And I might stretch it to 45 minutes, but if it's 2 hours away, oh no, I'm not driving for 2 hours to play golf. So I'm fanatical about playing, but as long as it's sort of on my doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
We've
nice golf course in Enfield, Whitewebs. I don't know if you've played there before.
No, it's shut down now. That's
Yeah, it's
closed.
shut
I
down.
play at Cruise Hill. Cruise Hill,
Yeah,
I play there
Cruise
all of the time.
Yeah.
I'm a member at Cruise Hill, so I haven't
Yeah.
played there much this year, but generally I used to play 2 or 3 times a week there. Lovely course.
Yeah. It's
But I used to play
lovely.
with Ozzy. It was me, Ozzy, John Lacey, and Mark Falco. We would play there 2 or 3
That's
times
a
a
name
week.
from the past.
Yeah, blast from the past.
Very
He signed
tall
for Spurs on the
defender.
same day as Ozzy Ardiles and Ricky
Yeah.
Villa.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Not David Ginola. Is he not a golfer, or is he just not
Oh.
someone you see?
Well, to be honest, David, I sort of understand why David doesn't want to play with us. Because if he plays with us, he's only the second best looking footballer ever.
We love David. David
Yeah.
was just
It goes around
amazing.
our community a lot, doesn't it, ladies?
It does,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, and David was a brilliant footballer. I loved watching him
Yeah.
play, and he epitomised the philosophies of Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And a gorgeous human as well. Lovely to look
Yeah.
at, and the hair, everything.
I've sort of not really looked at him in that vein, to be honest.
Well, trust me on that. You
We
can
do.
trust us on
Yeah, I
that.
do. I trust you.
Yeah.
But since it's a Christmas special, what's your favourite Christmas dinner dish? Oh, it's got to be the pudding, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I have to say that if I was to choose any part of I quite enjoy the prawn and avocado for starters.
Yeah.
Don't particularly enjoy the roast. Not a big turkey fan. I'm not a big sort of Sunday dinner fan. But I absolutely adore, and I mean adore, trifle, homemade trifle, where the custard at the top is like thick, like an
Yeah.
inch, 2 inches thick. Oh God, I could eat a full bowl of it without anybody else having any.
Do you know what
Yeah.
it's obscene? Because you and Jim are
Lovely.
so similar. That's his favourite. And like, if I ever make a whole trifle, I put it in the fridge. He just takes the whole
Yeah,
bowl with a spoon and
yeah,
just
me as
eats
well.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
It's
me.
just
I
uncanny.
absolutely adore trifle. It's my
Yeah,
favourite afters.
it is lovely. It's a real English dish. Big up David Shear. Says, have
Yeah.
to go, you wonderful people. Are just very special. Thank you, Jim. Merry Christmas, Mickey. You're an ace. You're ace. So
Thank you.
there we go. Thanks,
Thank you very
David.
much.
Another Australian fan.
Have a
I
good
believe.
Merry Christmas to you, David. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I hope Santa Claus brings you everything you wish for.
Yeah,
I hope he brings the whole wide world everything we wish for,
Yeah.
because we all deserve it.
Does that mean I can get Romero in a package?
Yeah. Not really, because he's going to be making me a better midfielder.
And he's married with a baby.
His baby's very cute. His little boy is beautiful.
Oh no!
I wonder if his kiddie's got a temper like him. I wonder.
Well, the great thing about Romero was born. Because his boy was born in England, that means his second country is England, and he never want to leave Spurs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mia, I'll let you take this one about the Christmas plans.
Oh, so what are your plans for Christmas then, Mickey? Would always like to know. Spending with the grandchildren, I expect.
Yeah, I will spend a lot of the day with the grandchildren. That is, if there's a bigger thrill in the world than watching grandchildren sort of jumping around excited and happy, I think it's wonderful to watch. So I try never to miss, and because I've got two sons who live in different houses, trying to time so I can experience both children's excitement. I think it's wonderful. It makes my Christmas day, and it's also very emotional as well, because by the time I get back to my own home, I feel absolutely like I'm beat. I feel like I've played 90 minutes football.
Yeah, I get that.
Sorry, my light's gone off.
It's all right. Ellie, what are you up to over Christmas? You got all the family there?
Yeah, just me and my girls. I've got 3 daughters, Mickey. So, we're just going to spend it at home and cook the whole works. We'll do all the English stuff and we'll do all the Greek stuff on top.
Lovely.
My husband wants a turkey. We don't particularly like turkey. I prefer beef Wellington. I love beef Wellington. You know, with the mushroom as well. That's lovely. So I'm gonna attempt to make it, because I've never made it in my life, but I'm gonna attempt to make it with a lot of help. So it's lovely, and watching the girls open their presents and just spending time. We'll watch Die Hard probably.
No, not Die Hard.
Shame
It'll
on
be
you.
Home Alone. It'll be Home Alone and Wizard of Oz probably.
Yeah.
That's traditional.
Yeah.
You can't beat a bit of Home Alone. Oh my God, that film is so funny.
Yeah, you can't beat Home Alone.
Yeah.
We're actually, Jim and I are doing a stream on Christmas Day. So if anyone's on their own, they can come on and just be around people. Not really, and there's a lot of people that spend Christmas on their own. There's a lot of people that don't like Christmas for whatever reason. So we thought we'd jump on for an hour or so. And if anyone's about, they can come on and have a giggle with us. I can't promise I won't have had a couple of sherries.
That's absolutely fantastic. A couple of years ago, maybe during COVID, I organised a Christmas Day get-together for lonely people on Zoom. So anybody could link into this Zoom, and I organised for Glenn Hoddle, Ozzy Ardelas, Steve Perryman, John Pratt, Mark Falkor, Gary Mabbott to come on, and Graham Roberts to come on this show. And we were on there for 5 hours on Christmas Day.
Wow.
We had so many people who were lonely at Christmas. We didn't open it to families, just to the lonely people. And they came on, and to get a turnout of the legends that we got was phenomenal. And to this day, even now, people still message me, say, I'll never forget that Christmas day. It really was special.
Lovely.
But special to get sort of Glenn Hoddle and people like that to give up their time on Christmas Day thinking of others. That was lovely. And what you're doing, Kate, is the same thing. It's wonderful.
It's only me and Jim. It's not like it's Glenn Hoddle or anyone excited. It's only us. But
yes, but,
you know
but Kate, you're much more bigger than them.
No one should be on their own at Christmas. It's just as easy as that.
Absolutely.
I can't bear the thought of anyone spending a day on
100%.
their own. So it's just, and we're even seeing the new year in as well. We're going to have a New Year's Eve party live on stream to see the new year, because a lot of people, again, can't go out if they've got kids or if they're on their own. So, you know, so many people were saying in the chat, oh, I'm on my own. And obviously I can't have everyone around my house for dinner. Otherwise they'd all be invited. So I thought, well, we'll do it virtually instead.
Yeah.
And it'll be a giggle. We'll have a giggle.
Even better.
Yeah. What are you up to, Mia? Anything different, or just with your boys?
No, I'll be with my mum, the boys, and then my brother's boys. I'm surrounded by boys, Mickey. My brother's got 2 boys. Obviously, I've got a brother. I've got no girls in my family, so I'm the only girl. So, yeah, I'll be surrounded by all the boys going to my mum.
Oh, you're going to be spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm going to be going around there, and I'm also...
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jim. I'm also going to be... On Boxing Day, we always have Greek food. So we do English food, but then on the Boxing Day, we have Greek food. But I don't really like turkey, so we always have lamb for dinner for Christmas.
Yeah, I love a bit of lamb. I'm not a big fan of turkey.
No, I'm not a big fan of turkey, so we have lamb for lamb roast. But my eldest, he doesn't really like roast. He'd rather have pasta. He'd rather have pasta for dinner.
Yeah, same as my grandchildren, actually.
Yeah. Not a roast fan.
Tuna and pasta.
But my other one, like my youngest, he demolishes his Christmas dinner. I'll sit down and he's pretty much halfway through finished it. Yeah, he's just turned 14 and he eats that boy. He can eat a lot. So, he just stuffs it down. So they're completely opposites with what they like. Yeah, no, they're at that age. They eat me out of house and home, to be honest.
Yeah. I can sympathise with you, Mia, because I grew up with 7 brothers. And I'm the youngest girl. I know. And I'm the youngest. I've got 7 brothers, and I can understand where you're coming from, Mia. They did spoil me, though. They did spoil me. They looked after me.
Yeah, Mickey, that's all trifle in there. Look,
there you go.
Hey, Jim, I know where you're coming from, mate. I absolutely love it. The biggest bowl could put the biggest bowl in front of me, and I won't stop till it's finished.
Lovely.
That's Jim. Yeah. I know, Vicario. This is one of Mickey's pictures that I was telling everyone about.
I know, it looks amazing.
I've got loads of people that are interested in getting them, so I've just got to chase them up. But yeah, it's fabulous. We adore it.
Thank you very much
for
getting that.
Have you had a chance to speak to Vicario, Mickey?
No.
Not yet. That's another one on your list.
He doesn't speak Geordie.
Not many people do, let's be fair.
No. Well, I don't neither. I'm a Macam.
Yeah.
You have to get Gaza down.
But no, we don't really get much. I mean, we can go to the training ground and watch training and all that, but I don't like to intrude. I don't think whatever I've achieved for this football club doesn't give me a right to intrude on training sessions and etc. So I tend to stay clear. If I see them at the game, I'll say hi, how are you, things like that. But I wouldn't intrude on it. I wouldn't sort of ring up and expect to be able to go and watch training. I have done in the past, but I've been invited along. I wouldn't intrude because my day's gone. I'm a fan now, and it's. I don't expect anything. I don't expect them to ring me and say, look, you can come. If they do, it's brilliant. But I wouldn't ring them and expect a favour because of what I did or achieved for the club. That's another story.
They've got a long way to go to tread in your footsteps. That's for sure.
Yes.
Well,
Club
hopefully
legend,
they'll be
Micky.
treading.
Club
Hopefully they'll
legend.
tread in them very soon. Hi,
That's Will's. That's our boy. He's taller than his dad
hi,
now.
Wills. All right.
This guy's a legend.
I know.
And the Tottenham legends.
You know my favourite goal that you scored? Well, you didn't score it. Glenn Hoddle scored it at Chelsea.
Chelsea,
Oh,
yeah.
What a
Great goal.
brilliant move.
Great move. It was
That's
Ange ball, eh?
fine.
Ange ball.
That wasn't Ange ball. That was Berkey ball.
That was
Yeah.
I
Berkey
just put that in the
That
chat.
goal was
That
absolutely
goal.
Yeah. No, that was a brilliant goal. Great move
Yeah.
and a great finish from Glenn. I mean, Glenn was an extraordinary player.
Yeah.
Extraordinary, brilliant footballer.
Yeah, when we beat them in the FA Cup, it was you who scored the winning goal.
It was
1982.
82. The correct.
Yeah.
It was only 4.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
even born. I was born in '82.
Oh, I was only 4. I was only 5.
Thank you, Joe. I was old enough.
Micky said you're punching.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Jim, listen, Jim knows he's punching, don't you, Jim?
Yeah, I won't argue.
Well, we've been together 24 years, so we're doing
well
something
done.
right. We did something
Well
right.
done.
Third time lucky, then, Micky.
I'll let you carry on. Listen, nice to see you, Micky. Thanks for coming on.
And you, Jim, lovely to see you.
All right, take care.
Are we finishing, guys?
No,
I've got a bloody long drive. I pulled in and I'm about an hour from home.
We are going to finish in a sec. Yeah, I just was going to go around and see if the girls want to say anything before we finish. So, Mia, is there anything you want to ask or say before we let Micky go? She's got to drive, Posod.
Yeah, thank you just so much for coming on, and of course everything you did, because I haven't had a chance to speak to you before for our club. Obviously, I was still in my parents' thoughts, but when you was around playing football. But yeah, of course, you're an absolute legend and a top bloke. You're just a lovely, lovely guy. So I really do appreciate you coming on.
Thank
to
you
the
so
channel.
much. And never forget that it's my pleasure. I love interacting with the fans. I think it's one of the things that upsets me about modern day football, where I think there's less interaction with the fans, with the modern players. And I understand from a security aspect that maybe that has to be the case, but I think from a fan and player relationship, it's not the case. I think that they miss out on something that's magical. Being able to interact with the fans is the reason why you are who you are and why you are who you are.
Yeah. Elly, what would you like to say?
Well, I love you as a guy. You're such a lovely man. You've got such humility. You were fantastic on the football pitch. You made some of my earlier days of watching Spurs with you and Glenn Hoddle in midfield absolutely sublime. It made me feel proud to be a Spurs fan, to be watching you play. You know, you gave me such good memories, and what a skillful footballer you were. Absolutely brilliant. I loved everything about you, the way you moved on the pitch, your movement off the ball, on the ball, brilliant. You were just a fantastic player to watch. And you know, every Spurs fan loved you, every one of them.
Thank you. That's so kind. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
God, are you trying to make me cry this evening?
Just quickly, a big up, thank you, Jack. That super chat with my brother, my younger brother, who is a massive Tottenham supporter as well, Micky.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he says, Micky, big up to you, and Ash as well. Said, having Micky on
just
was
say that
Christmas present.
Great. Can I just say that I wish each and every one of you, everybody, all the listeners, you yourselves, Jim, your families, a really Merry Christmas. I hope that 2024 brings you all happiness, more love, more joy, and more kindness, and more importantly than them all, more trophies.
Exactly that. Micky, it's just thank you so much for giving up your time and coming on. You're just an absolutely wonderful man. That's all I can say. Just really, I get emotional every time you're on, because you're such a nice guy, and you don't get many people like that in the world anymore. And yeah, to give up your time and come on really means the world to all of us.
It's been my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank
Jim's
you for inviting me on. Thank you for inviting me on, and thank you for treating me the way I should be treated, which is normal.
You're a great
Yeah.
human.
Micky, I just want to say, you said you pulled over in your car, you're driving home. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
That makes it even more special that you're on your way home and you pulled over.
Have you not seen all the cars pulling up behind me with their lights and everything? I thought it was the bloody police.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
it is.
don't worry, it's my pleasure.
No, it's our pleasure. Trust me. You're
Thank you.
just a lovely man. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful Christmas with your beautiful family.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy every moment.
Have a great time, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. And I'll catch you up on Christmas Day. I'll just send me the link, and I'll maybe put one and say Merry Christmas.
I will, Micky. And if you're around, you know
All right.
you're always welcome.
Okay. See you all. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Go find out how to turn the bloody thing off now. See you all. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Wow. Wow, girls. Wow. I don't know what to even say.
What a great guy.
He's just amazing, isn't he? He's just so lovely.
So easy to talk to, you know. And he's got humour as well. He's got a lot of humour and wit. The way he puts things, amazing. I
run out of words to say about him because he's just a lovely man. I don't know what else to say really, because he honestly makes me emotional because he is one of the kindest people I think I've ever met in my life, and I've never even met him face to face, you know, and he's just
Joe, when people say be more like someone, everyone should be more like Micky, because he is a genuinely lovely guy, and you don't get many genuinely lovely people in the world anymore, and he's got such a lovely heart. You can just tell by the way he talks.
Yeah. You never know, Ellie. I might be able to see if I can get him to get Glenn Hoddle on for one of our ladies' shows.
Oh my God.
Because he's
that would be amazing.
I know. I will ask him. You never know. No.
So cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to tell everybody, once this finishes, if you're on my stream, you will be automatically redirected over to Southview Spurs, and they're doing a nice video after this, a live stream. So make sure that you stay around, and please hit the like button on their stream as well. So you've got to share the love.
Stream and share their link.
Share it.
Share our
just
link,
watch it, share it. And if you're not on my channel, obviously you can go straight over there anyway on Southview Coys.
What I will say quickly is thanks to Jim for the super chat on my channel and also on Mia's channel.
Thank you, Jimbo.
Lovely David Shear gifted 5 memberships on Mia's channel. So thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, I will.
What a guy.
Another super chat from Jimbo. A super chat for Mia's channel from David again. Such a generous man.
Lovely.
So lovely.
Jack, obviously your brother, super chat from him, and Ash, another super chat, which is lovely. I also want to just give a quick shout out to obviously Talk and Ball. If you guys, they're trying to grow. If you haven't subscribed, go over to Talk and Ball. That's Colin and Jose, good guys. Try and support as well as the big channels. We all know about the big channels. I mean, I had lovely Dave from Irish Hotspur, a good friend of all of ours. But also look out for the small channels, Lily White Lane. Can you think of any ladies?
Well, Three Spurs boys are getting bigger now. So
Three Spurs boys.
Three Spurs boys, they're fantastic.
Company.
Mile High Hotspur with Leo.
Yeah, the coffee company as well. Tomorrow night,
coffee company,
tomorrow night, myself, Mia, Ellie are joining forces with the coffee company with Coover and the Kang, and we're doing a Christmas special tomorrow night at 7, which will be disorganised chaos, I should think. It'll be a laugh.
So funny.
But just trying to support everyone in the community because we're all trying. I hit 800 subs today, which is amazing. Mia's only 30 away, I think, from 1,200. So get on over if you haven't and subscribe to Spurs Between the Lines. But it's obviously we're not finishing for Christmas. We've still got loads of streams, but it just has been a nice evening with good Christmas cheer. And as Micky said, try and do something kind every day. So going over to sub to these other creators, honestly, it does mean the world. When I hit 800 tonight, I screamed the house down. You would not believe it. It is a massive deal. It is a really big deal.
Yeah, it is, of course.
you know, make sure you support everyone because this community is pretty amazing. 99.9% of the time. So yeah, big up to everybody out there, and yeah, support one another. Any final thoughts, ladies, before we leave it? Love you and leave you all.
To dare is to dream.
Yes,
like
Micky
says.
said it.
Micky says it. We've all got to start saying it now. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's all good.
Yeah. I'll carry on from what Mia said. I'll say, dream big. We're gonna win the league. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah. If Micky says it, then bloody hell, why can it not happen? And he also did say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, and that Kit Kat's a chocolate bar. So you know, he knows the coup. So if he says we're going to win the league, who are we to argue? That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
Thank you so much to everyone who came in tonight. It was a really good show, and yeah, have a good night. When are you back? Mia's got a members show in the morning. Is that right?
Yes, 10 a.m. tomorrow UK time. I will be doing my members call-in. So if you're a member, you can come in and have your say. So hopefully some of you will join me on screen. And you can also just obviously watch and join in, have your questions put to the people that are on screen as well. So yeah, come in and join in with me.
Yep. And I'll be back. Oh, not tomorrow lunchtime because we're at the hospital. So yeah, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. You'll see all of us probably having a completely crazy show. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but we'll see. But yeah, have a great night, everyone. And yeah, to dare is to do. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Dream big. Dream big.